Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Chant Day. We are here again today, and I have my hot tea, and I'm starting late. It's after 8. We're here, though. My hot tea is not hot anymore, but getting ready every day is a chore. It is a chore. So we are here today, and I wanted to just, I look at the news. Yeah. Some people don't want to look at the news. But I looked at the news, and I was saddened to see that a mother of 4 was found in California. And this mother of 4 was found in California, deceased. And it just, these things happen, and it really says a lot about the human experience and the human condition, and how people go off of emotions. So when I looked at the psalm today, looked at the verse today, the word today, it's all about being mindful, and it's through that guidance and through that love and that righteousness is how that can happen, how you can build that relationship with that righteousness. So when I look at the psalm today, and let me just get it here, and I look at the verse today, I see there is a relation in everything that we do, in everything that we talk about. There is a relation in that. So the psalm today is only 9 verses, but it is a beautiful psalm, and it resonates with me because this is something that I love when people invite me to go to church with them. I love that. That is, to me, so attractive and so kind, and it's just a wonderful way to, it's like going on a date. Why not have your first date? Thank you for liking this video. Have your first date in a place of worship, in a place of kindness and goodness and love and mercy. Why not have your first date there? So I love that the psalm is 122, because it brings me to different memories of different times. So I ask that the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart is acceptable in the sight of what is right. And this verse of the day is just what I just spoke of. May these words of my mouth and this meditation of my heart be pleasing in your sight, Lord, my rock and my redeemer. This is from Psalm 19, verse 14. And I always like to start off with that. Start off with, may these words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in the sight of what is right. And that's from Psalm 19, verse 14. And that in the sight of what is right is that rock and that redeemer. That righteousness is your rock. So, or righteousness rocks, in other words. So let's, I'm going to make sure that I put Oh, I gotta verify this. I gotta make sure that I put this as a t-shirt. Righteousness rocks. That's your righteousness, your redeemer. That is your redeemer. Your righteousness, that's your rock, right? Um, oh, I might not be able to get into my. Okay. So righteousness rocks. Righteousness rocks. I don't have that one. I do have righteousness rocks. Righteousness redeemer. Righteousness redeemer. So we have this in the psalm today, and in that psalm today we have where we're glad when they said to go to let's go to church. Thank you, Elsu, for joining Chant Day and for liking this video. Greetings of love and joy with a massive gratitude for the Most High daily. I like the fact that we are massively having this in abundance because we receive what we are. We receive what we give. So when you're giving this massive gratitude, you're going to receive that massive gratitude. Okay. So Psalm 19 verse 14, may these words of my mouth and this meditation of my heart be pleasing in the sight of what is right. And what is right is righteousness. What is right is redemption. What is right is that rock, that stone that the builder rejected, that is now the head of the cornerstone. So, and I talked about this a couple days ago. When you have been rejected, or when you've been left out, or when someone has left you for someone else, or they just left you, it's not a bad thing. It is actually a good thing because it's allowing you to see that is allowing you to see your own qualities. In other words, maybe you couldn't see it with, you were enveloped with someone and you're not able to see your own qualities. It gets kind of entangled with someone else. So when that's removed, you can see now and you can be aware of this is how I am going to present myself because I've been rejected. Now I am going to be the head of the cornerstone. And this is what happens in life. It happens all the time. We hear about the underdog all the time. We hear about these things. So it's not something new that the psalm is talking about, that your words that come out of your mouth and the meditation that's in your heart that allows those to come out is pleasing in the sight of what is right. So you don't just jump off with your words, but you think about what you have to speak on before you speak on it. And some people don't do that. They would just call someone, leave a voice. And I've talked about this, the voicemail. That's going to be a movie, The Voicemail. The Vicious Voicemail. So we see that there is that's why I tell folks, don't go messing with God's children. Do not, because of the outcome. The outcome is not going to be pleasant. So it's best to err on the side of kindness. All the time you err on the side of kindness. Thank you for liking this video. I really appreciate that. That really resonates with me. Now, Psalm 122 is let's go to the house of righteousness. Let's go to the house of goodness. Let's go to the house of, love. Let's go to the house of kindness. Let's go to the house of, righteousness. Let's go to these houses. Let me fix this. Let us go there, because when we go there, we're less likely to get into any kind of, trouble or situation. Guys, I lost so much weight. Oh my goodness, I have to tie this in the back because this used to be big and now it's, I used to be big in this dress. And now, as you can see, I've lost, weight, all this. So I have to, and this is the arm that I broke. This arm I actually broke. So I have to do these workouts and these lifts that kind of, helps, in the healing of this arm. I also used my oil, and my oil healed this arm tremendously. So that's why I said that the healing oil, it stopped my pain. I didn't have to take pain meds. It stopped the pain. It stopped, it just, the oil is just powerful. It's just a powerful oil. And I always carry some in my purse. So yeah, this is a spray on one. I spray this one on. But so I put it on the arm. You just rub it in there and oh my goodness, it is amazing. So I was glad, when they said to me, let's go to the house of the Lord. I was glad when they said to me that. Our feet have been standing within the gates of Jerusalem, of righteousness, within the gates. Oh, you need more. I have more. I'm going to send you another bottle. Oh my goodness, it is. This stuff is, look at that. This stuff is powerful because the fruit is in there. It's marinating all of the powerful healing of that fruit. So when it's, it's not processed. That's the thing. This isn't a processed product. It's made with the sun. So I sit it in these big buckets. There's these huge buckets that I sit the oil, the fruits in, and they're under, the sun. So it's good for, every single pain you may be having, every single pain. It's good for all of that. So I love it. I'm sending some to a friend of mine that works, hard, like labor, and I'm going to send some so that they can be able to, test it and see, is it relieving any of the soreness after work when you rub it on. So I was glad when, they said that. This is verse 1 and verse 2. And our feet have been standing. Yeah. Thank you, Elsu. I appreciate that. It's going to be in every household, I'm telling you. Doctors' offices, and it's going to be, there. We're going to try to push out as much as we can with the buckets that we have and fill them up. And, it's a process. So all hands got to be on deck for this. So the psalm is talking about Jerusalem, and the place of, Jerusalem and what that means. Jerusalem, means, peace. It means, tranquility and a place of safety and refuge, similar to Zion, right? Zion, Jerusalem. I would like to find out more about those names, the origin of the name Zion, the origin of the name Jerusalem. I know Salem means, peace, shalom, so what is that when we talk about within the gates of those spaces, within those spaces, what are we talking about, right? In verse 3, it explains it. It says Jerusalem built as a city that is bound firmly together. So when something is bound firmly together, it's solid, right? It cannot be penetrated in any kind of way. So, and this bounding together firmly, and it's describing it firmly. It's not just bound together, it's firmly bound together. And the tribes or the people go up, the tribes of righteousness, these righteous tribes who are striving to do good. They go up. And there was a decree for these folks, for these individuals, to give thanks. That's the only thing is being asked, to give. And I told my children that years ago. That's all you're required, is to give thanks in everything. Even when something may be looking difficult, we're going to give thanks in that. So we see that, this has been decreed, that this is what we are to do. And you notice when I put the oil on, it just has a glow. This is, it wasn't made for glowing and all that, but it just has that all around effect. So anyway, this giving thanks for the oil, giving thanks for my ability to create this oil. So remember yesterday I said I kind of sprained my finger. My son and I, we're better today, thank you. But I put it on the finger that had the sprain on it. Okay, I rub it on there. Oh my goodness, and I can feel the relief of it instantly. Oh my goodness, it's good. You have carpal tunnel fingers, that you use to type, all of that. You need to use this. So, I have a bottle like this in my purse. I reuse bottles, and I'm trying to design a bottle now for it. But anyway, we have verse 3 describing what Jerusalem is. And it's a city. It's built firmly together. And it's all about giving thanks. Now, verse 4, that's what, we're giving thanks. Verse 5, there's these thrones of judgment that are set, and they're from the house of David. So when you do something wrong to a child of David, from the house of David, especially Rastafarian, in terms of that lineage of Selassie the First, those who look at Selassie the First as that coming again, that is very sacred. When people live their life in a certain way and then you do them wrong, you're going to get the consequences. And this is where verse 5 comes in. The thrones for judgment were set, the thrones of the house of David. So, and that's why verse 6 is now pray for the peace of Jerusalem. Like, may they be secure who love you. Because this is what is happening. There's destruction. There's, things that are happening that are not good. Things are getting destroyed and rebuilt. And that's the only way righteousness is going to cover the earth as the water cover the sea, is for wrongness to be destroyed and taken out. So in verse 6, we see we are praying for the peace of Jerusalem because there's upheaval happening, right? May they be secure who love Jerusalem. Those who love peace, those who love tranquility, those who love calmness, those who love, to give thanks, those who love kindness, may they be secure. They're going to be good. But those out here who fighting, cursing folks, leaving the vicious voicemail, guess what's going to happen? Stuff is not going to be good. So verse 7 now, love needs to be within your walls, right? That's your security within your spaces of your where you live. Verse 8, for my brothers and companions' sake, and my sisters and my companion, I will speak. Love be within you. Love be within you. For the sake of the house of righteousness, I will seek the good of righteousness. I will seek that house of righteousness is good. So that's why I was glad when they said, let's go to the house of righteousness, because that is what I'm going to be seeking for. So I'm going to go in there, okay? Because I'm seeking for good. I'm not going in there looking, oh, what she got on? Oh, what is he doing? Oh, no. You're seeking for your good, looking for that. So for the sake of the house of the Lord, our God, you're going to seek that good. So, I love this Psalm 122 because it echoes exactly what we need in this time, when we're looking at, ourselves, looking at our lives, looking at what we're doing and how we're treating people. Okay. So may the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be pleasing in your sight, Lord, my rock and my redeemer. Psalm 19, verse 14. So let's look at that is the verse of the day. Okay, that's the verse of the day. Psalm 19, verse 14 is the verse of the day. The Psalm of the day, for those who want to go and look further, is Psalm 122. And Psalm 122 is only 9 verses, okay? I would pick verse 1 to do a picture of and have a picture of a church, a house, and people are going into it and they're glad to go there. So that's the picture I would do. The question that I would ask, oh, my mommy is calling. Hold on, everybody. The rooster is crowing. Mommy. No, mommy, I was going to call you. I'm going to call you. I'm going to California with my students. It's just, I got to tell you all about it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but I am not busy for my mom. I'm on my live. Everybody say greetings to my mom. She's on. Oh my goodness. So guess what? I have so much to tell you. I have so much to tell you. I'm gonna call you right back though in 5 minutes. Okay? Okay. Love you. Okay, so I'm gonna call my mom back. Oh my goodness, I have so much to tell her. Yeah, you gotta call your mom every day, folks. I'm guilty. Okay, I'm guilty of it. One of my friends says that they have to go see their mom more often. Our moms are what they're our queens. Okay, so with that, I'm gonna go call my mom back, and I'm gonna finish up with the psalm. This Psalm 122. but I wanted to share the word today is guidance. Guidance. I am divinely guided moment by moment. So when we look at the word guidance, um, being divinely guided is what we want. We don't want to be guided in the wrong way, and that can happen. So we want that divine guidance. Now, there's a righteous living, okay, is often means using your divine gifts to make positive changes in your life, right? I have learned about the creative power of my thoughts and how I can use affirmations to change my consciousness, my awareness. However, having these divine gifts and abilities doesn't mean I am without any righteous support. You still have that support. So as I pray or as I commune with righteousness and talk to God, talk to that goodness, mercy, compassion, the awareness of divine life fills me with indescribable love. So returning to activity, I may feel an inspiration, right? A nudge to go somewhere or do something, a feeling about something I should choose when weighing a decision, okay? So I perceive the presence of righteousness with and within me through my inner guidance. Does that make sense? It's your inside guidance. That's where God rests, and that's where God is going to talk to you. So it's still small voice within you is your comfort. It's a way of knowing that as a divine being, I am never alone. You may be alone. Your partner may be away for 3 months at a time. You may be alone. You may be tired of being alone. And you may go out and find someone else. And then you end up being in a worse situation because you never took that time to be still and listen to that small voice within you that's your comfort. So you're never without the guidance and presence of righteousness. You're never without that. So when we live by righteousness, we are guided by righteousness. So that's why you have to live in that space so that you're guided by that space that you're living in. So we are ending now the Psalm today, Psalm 122. The word guidance is being brought to us today by Galatians 5:25. When we live by righteousness, we're guided by it. It's going to tell us that. So when you see people doing wrong things, guess what? The reason is they're not living by that righteousness. They don't live by that. They live by things of the world, and things of the world is the flesh of the world, right? They're running after, somebody said they're running after some ass. Yeah, they're running after that instead of being guided by the righteousness within. So that's our word today, guidance. And then we have the Psalm today and the verse today from Psalm 19, verse 14. Yesterday I was in my office, so I didn't have my Max Lucado, but Max Lucado for yesterday was from Matthew 11:29. Accept my teachings and learn from me, because I'm gentle and humble in righteousness, and you will find rest for your lives. Yeah, so you're going to find rest when you rest in righteousness. But when you are in wrongness, you're going to have to you're going to be struggling, in other words. You're going to be struggling. So Jesus takes a deep breath and turns and looks into the weary faces of the farmers and housewives and businessmen who've come to hear him speak, and he offers what some consider to be his last public invitation. So today for October 16th, that was yesterday. I didn't get to read that. But today for October 16th, combat is optional. It's from Luke chapter 6, verse 31 and 35. And it speaks, do to others what you would want them to do to you. Then you will have a great reward, and you will be children of the Most High God. So Luke 6, 31 and 35 says, do to others. My mom just called. She always says, do good, good will come to you. So do to others what you would want them to do to you. So you want people to be honest with you. You want people to be, you don't want people to betray you. Don't betray folks, okay? Because what you do has to return. It has to come back. So what you do to others what you want them to do to you, then you will have a great reward and you will be children of the Most High God. So conflict is inevitable, according to Max Lucado's comment here. He said conflict is inevitable. However, combat is optional. Okay? That's why when people call with vicious voicemails, that was an option. Okay? Combating with me is an option. Use your God-given creative energy to solve conflict before it escalates into combat. So instead of physical fighting someone, right? Be creative. Use your creative energy to solve that problem before it escalates into a combat. So be honest with folks. Tell people that you're doing something before you go do it, and then you want to tell them after the fact. Then that's going to cause conflict, and people are going to want to fight. So October 16th, combat is optional, right? And for October 16th, we're looking in the book of Luke. And Max Lucado is quoting from Luke chapter 6:31, wherein Luke, when you pray, make sure your will is in neutral so God can shift it. So when you pray, when you commune with righteousness, make sure it's neutral so that righteousness can shift you in the right direction. But if you come into commune with righteousness and you already have these biases, your bias, righteousness is not able to shift you into the right way because you're already coming with your own thing, So come with a neutral stance, according to this October 16th. We're looking at angelic announcement and miraculous birth. Okay. So we have to look at how this birth, with this in mind, because I myself have carefully investigated everything from the beginning, I too decided to write an orderly account for you, most excellent Theophilus, so that you may know the certainty of the things you have been taught. So we're looking at the birth of John the Baptist is foretold. The birth of Jesus is foretold. Mary visits Elizabeth. Mary has a song. I love that. The birth of John the Baptist. Mary's song, my life glorifies the Lord, and my life, my righteousness rejoices in God my Savior, for I am mindful. Wow, this is a song. So Mary and Elizabeth. Elizabeth giving birth to John the Baptist. Wow. And then we have Jesus presented in the temple. Okay, so this is beautiful. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining Chant the Psalm today. We are finished with this. I'm gonna go call my mom because I have some news for her. So thanks so much for joining Chant the Psalm a day, everybody. We are at our end and we're going to begin this day. Have a blessed day, everyone. And remember, stand in love. I'm going to send some oil, Elsie, to you. Have a blessed day. Yeah, this is how much weight I lost, y'all. I have to put this in a thing. Yeah, this was huge. Have a blessed day, everyone. Take care.